Hi guys, my name is Alessa. I'm here with Calicho Arevalo, an amazing artist and friend of mine who is currently exhibiting at the Nomo Soho with an artist collective that he's part of called Soho Renaissance Factory. And please check them out. We're about to be doing an interview and he's going to show us some of his artworks. Please follow Calicho Arevalo and like, subscribe, and stay tuned.
Nice to meet you. I'm Calicho Arevalo. I'm a Colombian artist.
And when did you move to New York?
I moved 3 years and a half ago.
Okay, nice. So not that long actually, right?
No, I think for a New Yorker, it's pretty new.
You're pretty new, but that's exciting. That's very cool. So when you first moved here, what was your impression of New York?
I feel I never planned to be in New York, and it wasn't like the ideal city for me to be. But somehow I had to be here in that year, in that moment.
Yeah.
New York has something that catch the people. My plan was to stay for 6 months and then go to study my master's.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 years and a half and I stay here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm gonna end up studying something here, but so far I've been having really nice experiences.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah, New York's a great city. It's a city of the dreams,
Yeah,
full of artists and inspiration. So you found your inspiration here as well, right?
definitely. Before New York, there were not Calicho art.
Oh, really? So you started your art in New York City?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, because you're, by profession, you're an architect, right?
Right.
Yeah, and you're still working as an architect every day, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, and so you came to New York as like an experiment, and then once you were here, you basically stayed in New York, right?
Correct. So I came for this firm, like the name was in-house group. They were allied with another design firm, Kushner Studios. Basically, they give me the opportunity to have an internship. It was the perfect timing for me with my experience to work in a country with a different language. I didn't have the greatest English, and I had this strong accent that people would say, yeah, he's Latin. So, of course, in construction, I had the good things about my Spanish to talk to all the workers, and I had also the advantage for my 8 years of design experience in another countries. So I feel like these two components was ideal for work here.
So you, by profession, you're an architect, right? And then you came to New York, and it was planned only for 6 months, but then you remained here, and this is how Calicho Art was born, right?
Correct. Yeah, I studied architecture, worked for 8 years in different countries. So how I ended up in in-house group, this company that gave me the opportunity to have an internship, was the perfect scenario for me. My English and my Spanish helped plus the design skills, so it was the perfect timing for me to work here.
That's amazing.
Stick here.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's a big advantage when you can speak multiple languages, right? Especially Spanish here in New York. There's so many Latins.
Yeah,
and it's a very popular language. I love it. I speak it too. I love it very much. It's a very, very great culture as well. So the Colombian culture, I love it very much. But so you're still an architect, but can you be creative in your architecture as well? Or do you express your creativity more in your art?
Yeah, I think that was the main reason I started to do art. Initially, it was just watercolors in the subway when I commute home to my work or work from home and just do some quick sketches in my sketchbook. But then I got the opportunity to galleries and realized that art will give you more freedom. Architecture, especially in a city like New York, it has so many rules.
Yeah.
There is a lot of barriers, especially for someone that is new in the city.
Yeah.
So, like that freedom doesn't exist that easy. Like you really need to maybe connect the right people to be in a big firm that you can just develop anything that you want.
Yeah.
But also it's a process. I feel architecture take years for you to have that freedom. You need to make your name. And art was for me the perfect place for just create my name on my own speed. I don't know. I start to draw just for passion. I start to develop ideas that I have in my dreams. So the city itself is full of brightness and colors and shine that I just wanted to express something on the paper.
So your inspiration comes mostly from your experiences and your dreams, you said?
Dreams, the city, and I feel I always want to mix concepts.
Okay.
But the good thing of a good design is like you know what you want, and when you mix it with something that you don't expect, is when it becomes something flawless.
Okay, so then have you always been painting on canvas ever since you've moved from the subway painting?
No.
So can you elaborate your artistic development?
Yeah, let's call it like I moved from the ink of the sketchbooks to watercolors and to the watercolors to the boards of the streets.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to paint for first time with Jeff Veller in Underhill Walls in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So that was my first or the first mural that I did. That was my first time in a big scale.
And so when you said the first time that I got the opportunity to paint with him, is it that a street artist has to invite you on board? Like they get the wall that they can paint? Like, can you explain the process?
Yeah, I feel it. Like I met Majo Barajas in one of my art shows where I was showing these watercolors, and she told me that I would be able to paint something big. One night we went to the streets in New York. We did a rooster.
Okay.
And I feel like I fell in love with the spray paint. And then based on that, she said like he can paint the gate, the small thing here. And Jeff said like sure, like I mean the gate, no one wants the gate.
Yeah.
So it was like maybe it's mine, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So that was how it started.
That's very cool. Okay. And that happened in Brooklyn, you said, right?
Yeah, that's Underhill Walls near the Brooklyn Library.
Okay, very cool. And then this one is actually a piece. I mean, you currently have a show going on here until the end of the month here in Soho at the Nomo with the artist collective that you are part of right now, right? Can you talk a little bit about the collective?
Absolutely. I joined the Soho Renaissance Factory just recently. Very new here. I know they had the residency in this hotel for a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and they had this amazing studio. They lived in the hotel and they have everything because of the pandemic. This board that you are looking here is part of one of the boards that I painted during the pandemic.
Right.
So I feel like the pandemic for me was this trampoline that built all my portfolio of outdoor painting.
Yeah, because they had to put barricades up because there were so many riots, right?
Exactly.
And so during that time, you took advantage and you created pieces like this to brighten how people stay and to.
I think this was one of the latest because at the beginning you didn't know it was legal.
Yeah. And
even when I feel safe because I saw cops or police around, you still want to paint the things fast. So the initial pieces in July, they were fast. They were like 20 minutes piece, 15 minutes on this size. So you just want to spray as quicker you can, and then you're looking to your side like, okay, no one is coming. Okay, let's go, next one.
Yeah.
So that's why in one day we paint with Jeff like 8 boards.
Jeff Rose.
Jeff Rose, yeah. So with Jeff Rose, I paint multiple boards.
That's the person that you kind of started this with, right?
I was doing my own. I started pandemic painting Feast in 3rd Avenue. I have an invitation from Subway Duro to painting at 3rd Avenue a fence. That was right after the murder of George Floyd. So he wrote a huge Black Lives Matter. But the construction fence was very long, like 40 feet long. So he invited multiple artists went with Maho. We paint a fish. I paint a fish. She paint a heart. But then the day after, someone random just wiped out everything.
Oh, okay.
But somehow that didn't really have to happen because the really good artists paint that first day. So media, journalists, and the news came like, what the hell, like the city cannot respect something like this.
Yeah.
So maybe this girl was just looking for a job or something.
Yeah.
But many artists were interested in that world, and we painted.
Yeah.
And the beauty of this is like, till now, this was the first piece I paint, and it's still there.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so where can we find it?
In 3rd Avenue, Union Street, that's Guanas, in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that's in Brooklyn. I thought there's a 3rd Avenue in Manhattan, but 3rd Avenue in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's if you take the R train, you go down in Union Street,
Yeah.
and it's just right in 1 block away.
And it's still there. Okay, very cool. And so you and Jeff Rose were painting a lot together, also during the pandemic, right?
Yeah,
He's featured on this too, right?
definitely. Yeah,
So what's your relationship with him? Is become a good friend?
I would say like right now, yes. I mean, initially we were painting partners.
Partners?
Yeah, I didn't hang out with him just till 1 week ago.
Okay. But you
Like,
were always creating together.
We just met for paint.
Yeah.
Like he texts me like, I'm going to Manhattan at 3. Okay, I see you in this street. We walk with our spray cans, paint boards, and we were so tired at the end that we just wanted to go home. So
like, okay, bye.
yeah, it was literally like that. It was like, okay, we're done. See you later. That's it.
That's funny.
We just create, and sometimes you find the perfect match with someone.
Yeah.
When you are on front of the blank canvas or the blank board, and you say, I don't know, random topic, chickens.
Yeah.
And he say, okay, chickens. And then we just paint something
Yeah.
with no sketch, with nothing, just go for it. So we did multiple things like with the flow.
But you never know what's going to become part of history. See, these moments, they can become part of history, right?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, because it happens in the moment you inspire each other. And, it's in the most, famous city in the world. So people see it, people take pictures. Have you been sent pictures from people that would, tag you? And, when they, pose in front of your wings that you have in Soho or pose in front of the fist?
Oh yeah,
Has that happened to you?
multiple people. I think initially I was doing my art on the streets, just supporting the movement of Black Lives Matters. I wasn't looking for people to find me or tag me. I was just like, I think it's my responsibility as an artist show the way I can express to others. Maybe I don't have the greatest speech, but I can show him my brush and my spray can. Something.
Yeah.
So I think that was the perfect situation as an artist to support the movement.
Yeah.
For me, it was important Black Lives Matters in that moment.
Yeah.
Then Stop Asian Hate, and I believe that coming soon will be something like Stop Latin Hate or Latin Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And I guess it will be more closer, but I feel every life is important.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely. Very, very much. And I think it's great that you're using your platform and your art to support that cause, actually. Yeah, I'm very much, I always love when people do that. It's very, very important to
I
use
think
your
it's
voice.
very important.
Especially if we are in a more privileged position in a situation, we have to speak up. I think it's more of a duty than, just an opinion, right? But you were saying you had a very interesting article with Up Magazine that I read through, and you were saying you did a live painting session where the audience was giving you inspiration of what to paint, right? And you have a special relationship with animals in your art, right? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So my first collection of watercolors were animals based on my family. I guess when you are far away of your home, you miss your family and you want to do something related to them.
Very much so.
So I always said for me, start something I wanted to use an animal as a start point. So the people usually are asking themselves, what was at the beginning, the egg of the chicken?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I choose the chicken. So the chicken was the first animal that I paint, and it has been the first animal I paint in every medium. So in watercolors was first the chicken, in the spray paint was the chicken, in any medium or anything that I'm gonna do, I start with the chicken because it's the beginning of something.
Yeah.
And then the chicken was like a mini me, but I did my dad, my mom, my grandfathers, my brothers and sisters. And that watercolors was important mainly because people feel very attracted or identified with animals. And they have a big meanings. And I just realized it when I finished that collection. And after that, I was just trying to explore more animals and find out the whale as my favorite one. And I feel like the connection to colors, and if this animal is from the earth or if it's from the ocean or something, is always related to someone.
Yeah.
You never know how that happened, but everyone is connected to some animal.
Yeah.
We are animals. So
that is true.
yeah.
Yeah. Just like a different form, right? So have you had a lot of animals when you were growing up? In Colombia?
Yeah, I think I had nothing wild.
Nothing wild.
I think, but I did have a lot of pets. Like a small pets initially. I live in a small apartment in Colombia, so I had just bunnies, hamsters.
Me too.
I had fishes, turtles.
Me too.
I
had a hamster, fish, turtle, guinea pig, and rabbits.
Oh yeah.
And at one point I had 3 gray gooses.
What's that?
It's like almost like a duck, but just like a goose. And they're like very small, but they grow really fast. And so I had to give them away to a farm because they were just too much to handle.
My favorite one was a rooster.
Rooster, yeah, they're very funny, very cute. Yeah. Yeah, I mean in New York, you probably won't have a rooster, but yeah, it's cute though. You painted it in the back here, no? The rooster, it's behind you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually,
it's a very cool animal, I have to say.
I feel it's a very elegant animal.
It is an elegant animal, yeah.
You try to find a meaning. Like a rooster is always one rooster, like a 10 hens or chickens around.
Yeah.
It cannot be like a 2 or 3 roosters in one.
That is true.
So he's always taking care of the pack. So I think it's cute.
It's a leader.
Yeah. Leader, exactly. That's the word.
That's awesome. Yeah, but I think so. I think your art is very expressive, though. When you look at a painting and you see a lot of emotions that go into it, and since you haven't been painting for like 10 years, it's very interesting that it's already so present. So when was your first? I know in the article it said you started with somebody selling you a wall space, and then you wanted to sell your art for, let's say, 20 a piece, but then they encouraged you to actually go higher because you're good. And how did all of that come about? And then how did you first get into a gallery? And are you represented by a gallery?
No, yes.
Exclusively, or do you want to be?
I wanna be maybe part of a gallery, but right now I'm part of the collective. So this is kind of a gallery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
So I don't think right now I'm looking for being represented by someone.
Yeah.
Because we are working together here as a group.
Yeah.
And grow together.
Yeah.
But in the future, maybe.
Yeah. In the future, maybe. Okay.
Of course, I feel like art is something that you don't know how much to charge. Sometimes the people say like, how much is your hour? And then put your time to those materials, and that's the cost.
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay, the watercolors total were $20, and I spent 10 minutes. Okay, so should I charge 40?
Yeah.
So that's were my numbers.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, hell no. I mean, this is a gallery in Soho.
Yeah.
It's one of the more renowned galleries. The minimum rate here is 500.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was like, I'm not going to sell anything.
Yeah. Aww.
So, of course, I'm very pessimistic always on these kind of new things. But then I moved to optimistic,
Yeah.
and when it's the point to sell, I feel I have a Turkish on my roots or something because I end up selling everything.
Yeah.
Someone starts to look my paint,
Confidence.
and I have the pants, I have the prints. You want a pin? What else you want? I paint you this, I paint you that. You need something for your room.
Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
I mean,
So you're open to the commissions, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And you have a clothing line that's coming up, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Which you're wearing right now.
Yes,
right?
this is one of my favorite ones.
It's very cool. Did you hand paint this?
No, this is actually synthetic. It's printed.
Oh,
It's
cool.
sublimation. I don't know how you call it here.
Yeah. And it's the whale, right?
Yeah.
It's your favorite.
Yeah,
your
it
favorite
is.
animal.
I'm trying to do mix lately with my doodles and my colorful art.
Yeah.
Because I feel the doodles can tell a lot of stories than the object itself cannot. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to evoke stories on the doodles about the team. So I think that's the mix.
About your collective?
No. For example, the piece that you have behind you, or this one itself, like I remember we think about the phrase of the realize realities.
Yeah.
And we wanted to paint only eyes, all the different options of eyes.
Yeah.
So with all the famous eyes we knew, and the doodles also are mostly talking about eyes. Like it's sad eye, angry, or is thinking on something, it's hope. So this is kind of the things, like the doodles on the background will add of the story of the object itself.
Yeah. Okay, now I get it. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like I try always to paint for the purpose that the user understand what I'm painting. I'm not against the abstract paint, but
it can't be too abstract for you.
Yeah,
you want to be clearer.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's like, you know how there's people, they talk around the subjects and never really get to the point? And you're more to the point kind of person.
Yeah, I feel like every story needs to have a good introduction. You see all the process, and then you end up with something that you are like, wow, this is why.
Yeah.
It's the best way to read a book, to tell a story, to enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
So art should be the same.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Of course, there are so many artists that I remember I saw this news of an artist that sold an invisible piece of art.
I saw that too, yes. I saw that too. Or I think there was an NFT of air or something.
Yeah.
He sold air.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I mean,
if someone wants to give money, contact me. Call me. I need it.
So funny. I mean, with good marketing, you can probably sell anything.
Definitely. I mean, I'm looking forward for sell my art pieces, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, but you actually try to give people value. You're not trying to trick them.
And I also wonder if someone sees this in the living room or in a museum or wherever it's gonna be, they know the story behind, and they can tell, okay, the Mona Lisa was painted for this reason or for this girl.
Yeah.
You are not like trying to discover X-rays and all these layers of what was behind, what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
I think it's better if we are alive and we have the opportunity to communicate and leave our statement right now.
Yeah.
It's better than the people later is gonna say like, oh, he was just painting evil things behind.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm trying to be very clear with happy art.
That's nice. That's very nice. And so your clothing line, is it gonna be? Can people buy it?
Oh yeah, of course. My website. I have some of my online products, and most of the clothes, like these ones, this was a test. I did a limited edition.
Okay.
But I'm ordering more now.
Yeah.
So I will have multiple sizes.
Very nice. And they can do that on the website?
Yeah.
Where they can find their size and everything. Very cool. And you produce it in your home country, right?
Yes, everything is Colombia.
I love that. You go back to Colombia for that. It's great.
It is important.
Do they know you in Colombia already?
No.
Okay.
No one's told me. No, only my grandma and my parents.
But I mean, they know you're in New York, so
Yeah,
it's only a
funny
matter of
because
time,
that
right?
question is important.
Yeah.
I grew up as an artist here.
Yeah.
I'm raising my career here.
Yeah.
So in Colombia, very few people know I'm doing my art career.
Yeah.
My boss here in New York, they just realized I'm doing the paint after work.
Yeah.
I guess they're not happy. But,
Okay.
but of course, I'm trying to do as more I can in my free time.
It can make everyone happy, right? I think it should be irrelevant what you do in your free time. It's your free time, right?
Yeah.
Like, they don't own you. So, yeah, you have to work on your own dreams. So, yeah. But so, who were your biggest artistic inspirations when you got into the art scene? Do you have any? Are you a fan of like the big street artists, the famous New York street artists, or?
Oh, let me think. I have so many influences that when it's the topic, when it's the time to say one.
You don't have to say one. You can say a few
people.
because I know what you mean, because it's very difficult. Even when you say like in music or acting or hosting, like somebody asks you, "Oh, who's your favorite?" It's very hard.
I mean, I can tell that the first person that inspired me to become an artist was Karim Rashid.
Mm-hmm.
He's an interior designer and product designer.
Okay.
And I saw him in his studio here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I met him in an open studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, how cool is this guy? He has his tattoos are his designs. Mm-hmm. He designs a glass, a jacket, a paint, a building. Mm-hmm. He's designing everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can do that. I can design a shoe too. I can design a building. I can design a logo. So I think we create with any concept. Yeah. So maybe he wasn't a street artist, and I guess you ask him to paint on the streets, he will do it. Yeah. But initially it was him, and then of course I started to research about history of art in New York, and I saw different kind of artists that lead me on the point that I want to do street art. Uh-huh. But art is an evolution, and I feel like if the art industry is the ocean, mm-hmm. I'm trying to surf to catch a good wave. Okay. So I'm a baby right now in this industry. I'm new. Many people don't know me. Yeah. So I'm trying to just go slowly, but also every time with something new, with mm-hmm. something with better quality, and show more products, better skills. I'm learning about other artists and things that I hope in the future become better. So of course, my influence is mostly people that paint a lot of animals. Yeah. I'm very focused on the people that create not realistic or hyper realistic. I don't like it because there is no sense for me like I just copy a photo and they say like I copy exactly, because you are not giving your gloss, your style, your style on the brush. Yeah. I like when it's something different. So that's what I'm trying to create. I'm trying to make my own style where the people will say, oh, that's Calicho. Sure. Yeah, so recognizable, kind of like a trademark. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So you seem very positive about everything regarding art scene, art business stuff, the art in general and other artists, but is there anything that you dislike and that you're not a fan of? Because you seem generally to be a very positive person, which is lovely, but I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, of course, I feel like every artist always have something that you don't like, but it's something like it's my personal thought. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say that an artist is a bad artist because that doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. Anyone can judge others, mm-hmm. but of course I don't want to be a creator that make my own prison or create my own jail. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be the guy that just paints doodles and webs. Yeah. I feel an artist should evolve and create his own path of art. If any artist their stage of colors and palettes. I will say my stage of art is animals, and my theme or palette is blues and purples.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I am right now. So to answer your questions, like I just don't want to create
put
my
in a
own
box.
gel. Yeah, I don't want to be in a box.
Only be known for the whale, even though you love the whale.
Yes,
You still don't want to just be known for the whale.
I think I want to create as more I can in different scenarios. So, in fact, one of my favorite pieces was the piece that we built in Crosby, I think so. It was the half and half piece, like a half Statue of Liberty and half indigenous.
Which we're gonna look at later.
Yeah,
right? Mm-hmm.
And that piece, we put it a lot of feelings and a lot of love, and I feel the people saw it, that it was that powerful the piece that ended up being featured in the New York Times.
That's amazing. Everyone, he was in the New York Times. That's really cool. Yeah, we're gonna try to feature that as well in the interview. That must have been a very proud moment for your mom.
Yeah.
And for you. What does she think about you being an artist here in New York?
I think my family is very proud in general of anything that I decide.
Yeah.
I come from a family that are all lawyers.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Every single one is lawyer.
Wow.
My mother, my father, my grandfather, my brother, my cousins, everyone is lawyers.
Okay.
I don't know, I just feel they are happy if I'm happy, if I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
And I feel it's something of family, like they have.
That's nice. Yeah.
As long they know I'm have where to live and I'm eating well and I'm living the life I want to be happy.
Yeah.
They're my family.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. So you have a big family?
I mean, I think for a Latin family it's pretty standard.
Yeah. How many siblings do you have?
I have two.
Okay.
Brother and sister.
Yeah, Latin families are usually very large.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it. I love big families.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's crazy when you have so many cousins.
Yeah.
So you don't know full contact or invite or something because there's so many.
Yeah.
Is that big, my family in Colombia, Bogota itself, that there is always an event of a birthday or something every weekend.
Yeah.
So every weekend you are going to a different.
Yeah. So it's a big family clan. That's awesome. Beautiful. Question: do you see yourself at some point becoming a full-time artist, giving up on architecture and just really focusing on that?
It's really hard and tough question because architecture has been my wife.
Yeah.
Like I married architecture almost 10 years ago, and I've been giving to architecture a lot of love, time, dedication. Architecture is the one that gives me so many trips and adventures and meet incredible people. Because architecture, I arrived to this city, and initially, for me, was the girl I want to hang out for a bit.
Yeah.
Right now, in this point, there are some months that my revenue is the same or even more in art than in architecture.
Wow.
So sometimes make me think, what should I choose?
Yeah.
It's hard because sometimes it's about happiness. And lately I've been feeling more happy painting than being in a job site of construction or in a chair just designing, waiting for judgment.
Yeah.
I feel like art don't have a clear judgment because it's freedom. So everyone's like, oh, really nice.
Yeah.
And of course, if someone brings me a new concept, I will make something that they are sure is going to be nice. So I feel sometimes more confident that art will give me a better results on the future.
Yeah, like a happier life, more.
Yeah, I feel myself, I don't want to be like a crazy rich or something. I imagine myself when I'm going to be old in a chill town when I'm making sculptures, paints, and the people just want a
like
piece or something.
Yeah.
I'm very curious always to learn new things. So
Yeah.
imagine and I like to teach as well. So I imagine I can teach things to people, and I feel something more like that. Something I can travel, but so far I feel that art is a point where I want to end.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm taking a break right now with art, and then continue with more strong in architecture, open my own firm or something.
Yeah.
But art is right now.
That's like you would not give up on art.
In architecture?
Ever.
Oh.
No, you would not give up being an artist ever.
Maybe no. I mean, it's something that I feel you start to feel you have it.
That's hard to like not do it anymore then.
Exactly. I mean, this is not like you want to burn your ex-girlfriend letters and then just it disappear.
Yeah.
It's a stamp on you. It's like you want to breathe art. You open your phone and it's just art. I'm always thinking on that as well. So I feel like it's becoming a really important part of me.
Yeah, that's nice. And have you had like blockages or dark moments in your artistry? Where you were like getting really depressed and didn't know why you were doing it for? Or
not yet. I feel like I haven't touched the point that I don't want to be or paint more. I feel in this point that I want to paint more and more and do more. Yeah. But so far I don't feel that I don't want. I'm in this moment hungry for creating.
Yeah, so hungry for creation. So what would be your dream collaboration? I know you did some collaborations and you're open to that.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you can think of that you would really like to collaborate with?
There is so many.
Again.
So many artists. Yeah. No, it's hard to pick one.
Yeah.
I no, it's impossible to say one.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I have to pick up artists from my country, there is a girl, Ledania, that also inspired me a lot to do the street art.
Yeah.
I think I would like to collab with her. It will be amazing because it's from my country.
Yeah.
And I know other artists that is. I mean, he was just here, Sonny Dancer, that he paints an amazing tigers. So I would like also to learn about his technique. And there is another like a collective of guys that paint only whales. I would like to put one of my whales with them. So I think there is a bunch of artists.
Okay, wow. So
but I feel like music, you will always wish to be singing with someone else. Yeah. And you never know if that happens. Okay. But right now is just keep going. Keep doing more stuff.
And learning and everything, So you see yourself in 5 years still between architecture and an artist, but you definitely want to do more artist projects, right?
Yeah, I want in 5 years. I hope it's going to be my brand consolidated. Like I have some solid basis of my art. That my webpage is moving. That I have some shows of the year already scheduled. That I know I'm gonna be in these places painting murals, and I'm trying to be in the half and half. Sometimes people say like if you're a street artist, you cannot be fine artist. I feel like an artist doesn't matter if you're a fine artist or street artist. Anyone can buy your art. So if I can bring my art to a gallery, I will do it. I mean, I just feel like a gallery don't have the size of a building for paint. So I hope I can paint a big scale building with something.
Like art walls all over the world.
Yeah, that would be amazing too. Like Calicho trips.
And become Instagram famous.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think about the fame or something about that, but on my own experience, it will be amazing the thing that I can have a project or a painting. Different places in the world.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah, travel is amazing.
I love traveling as well. I'm very addicted to it. So completely get you. So is there anything that you would tell young artists that are just starting up? Any advice on how to be successful as an artist?
I don't know. I feel like for me, art catch me maybe a little bit late because I couldn't just start to paint before decide to study architecture. But if in your scenario, I have my little sister that is just 14, and she has already good skills on painting and sketching.
Yeah.
Maybe her dream is not to become an artist, but at least you can have all the time to explore your skills. So if you are just a person that don't think you have the skills, that is the time to explore. I try to buy as more materials you can to explore, and right now TikTok and other media is teaching you to do how many things, so many techniques that is so easy, and I don't know, you feel it like you can do it. Like I'm learning also of these other artists and I don't have to meet him. I just see the video like 3 steps for do a fetch. Okay, good. I can do it. So I think it's right now an option to explore and just don't let you down of the comments of others. If you are confident of yourself, follow the process, trust that you are good, and be always positive. Even in the worst comments of other people,
haters,
something good will be about that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So I feel like that's the way that we always should be. Even when the life is kicking you out of everything, something good has to be there. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's something very Colombian that we always said. Never step back, always looking forward. When you lose many opportunities, maybe in the one that you catch, you are catching the greatest. So I don't know. I think.
Basically, never give up. Don't listen to haters, and explore your options first,
exactly.
guys.
Thank you for the brief resume.
Amazing. And to conclude now, what is happening after this show ends at the end of the month for you?
Oh yeah, it's a good question. I'm having a couple options to show in galleries. I'm hoping to have my solo show. So I'm building my collection of Latin American animals living in the city. And if I find that gallery, I would love to have my solo show. I feel it's the right moment to have a show that I can express everything that I have in my head, in my iPad right now. And I think that will be my main focus. Try to have that.
Amazing. Well, I'm so happy that we got to do this interview here at Nomo at your amazing show, and we're super excited, everybody, for everything that's going to come in your career and everything that we'll be able to see. So, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye. I think this is the wheel number, I don't know, 10 or 12.
Okay.
But it's the first one that I paint on this material. I found this wood on the streets.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I was gonna ask because the background looks really interesting. So it's not painted, this one?
No.
Oh, no, it's just wood.
Yeah, the wood I found on the streets. I joined it. They were like slabs for a floor or something, or for a table. I joined it, and I wanted to have a piece especially for here, for the studio, meaning the well. And this well evolves a little bit. The initial didn't have the right proportions, so this one change a little bit of the expression of the eyes. It's more expression of hope. And on the top we have all the sea with some of my favorite buildings. So I have the Jenga, the Empire State, of course, water towers everywhere. One World, the Chrysler, Hudson Yards, Flatiron, and the Statue of Liberty on the top, and this school and the feather is the meaning of my how they colonized my country.
Okay.
So it's like they were looking for gold. That one is like a yellow, and the feathers is because of the indigenous that are my roots.
Okay.
So that's why all the coming animals.
Yeah.
The idea is like they are representing in somehow my indigenous roots.
Okay. Okay.
So there is always this school with the feather of the animal would have a full of feathers somewhere. And that's trying to say like I could look like an Italian or Spanish, but I believe my roots were indigenous.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. That's really nice. I love this. It's beautiful. Okay, let's walk over to the other ones that we're gonna show. So you painted this jacket as well, right?
Yeah.
This one.
This jacket was the first time I paint on this textile.
Yeah.
So I was exploring different techniques and the way that you can paint.
But it looks cool. It looks two-faced almost.
Yes, it is because I met this artist Vanessa Creighton, and she's actually very good on painting jackets. So this part is of her.
Which one? This one?
This part, yeah.
Okay, do this one.
And I did the other half. I really enjoy when I do the collabs that is half and half. Because you can also learn of the other artists. You can learn.
It's very in sync here though. Very in sync. Yeah.
I like it. We create some of the jackets. I sold some. This one is still available.
Oh yeah?
So
how much is it?
It's $4.50.
Okay. $4.50. Okay, now let's walk over here. The beautiful
Toucan.
Yes. So what was this? You were starting to explain before, and I was like, stop.
Of course, I mean the comic collection is based on these animals that are living the city. So for me, the toucan is a very happy bird and represents a lot of passion. So I wanted to have it in an iconic. So it's on the top of the Liberty. Yeah. So I couldn't do a parrot or something, but I feel like that the toucan was more with his theme, and he has the feathers like the king of this collection. So maybe I don't need to have a lion because in Colombia I don't have lions. But I can have an animal that can have all these power around. So that was for me this animal.
That's very nice.
And I did a couple ideas with mixing fruits with buildings. So I have apples, I have pineapples, and I have this banana. That is one of the experiments that a lot of people really like. So I make a couple canvas. This is the smallest, but I have big size also of this one. I think it's fun. It's like a Warhol. This is banana.
It's very cool.
And it was an stencil. I feel like I will be able to make something more New Yorker.
Oh, definitely. I don't think that's been done, but I'm not sure. But
no,
I'm seeing this the first time.
Yeah, I hope no one put it in an NFT. Calicho.
That's yours. You should put it in an NFT.
I think so. I haven't been in the business, but I want to. I want to do it.
Absolutely.